All right, man. What's up? What's up? Let's get to it. Appreciate you guys waiting for me to hop on here this morning. But we've got a Pharaoh Friday to get to, man. Let's do it. Beautiful price action so far. ATR on the 5-minute are sitting at 55. We love it. So let's see what we can get done. Bull's trying to take it back up. Pop over to the 2, see what's going on over here. Big ol' outsized bar here on 69. We'll take it as it comes, man, and get to work. Gotta love it. Gamma, Jackson, Panda, what's up, guys? How we doing? Javaz, my man. Maury, how we doing? Ratch, good morning, brother. All right, 50 seconds. Now, this is pretty aggressive. You guys know I prefer to stay away from the aggressive channel drawing. I gotta tell you, I don't mind that. Now, 69 was such a huge outsized bar. Remember, when I'm looking to limit order reversion scalp, we're talking soft bear channel, which, again, this is pretty aggressive. But if we're talking soft bear channel, I'm looking for small to moderate, ideally, bull bodies in the upper third of the soft bear channel with an obvious place to manage risk. It's really not all that complicated. It makes a lot of logical sense, right? 69 is a huge bar. Take a peek here on the 2-minute. Place him a little higher. They will take it. All right, see what the Bears got. Stop is set. And ATR here on the 2 is 33. We got the low of day there on the low of bar 69. Is that a stop hunt? Nah, it's too early, too short-lived. It's not mature. So that being the case, ATR 35. Let's see what I can grab here. Getting more of a scalp than anything here, being on the 2-minute. Bears have had me, what, maybe 19 points? In the money? It's not enough yet. Not enough. Come on, you Bears! Take it down through! ATR 35. There's the rollover into bar 73. Again, here I'm on the 2-minute NQ. Ah, come on, you Bears. I don't want to see this turn into a big sideways trading range. Take us down through the wick low of 69 and a bit further. Maintain this big old bear channel. I didn't get the greatest fills in the world on all the copied accounts, but they're not that bad, to be honest with you. All right, close at 73 into the open of 74. Come on, you Bears! Oh, you bunch of babies, take it through. Biggest concern for me right now is, well, I don't know if you want to say concern. Biggest risk to this trade is that this turns into a big wedge rather than maintaining the bigger soft bear channel. But what, you're gonna pretend like there's perfect trades that have no opposite idea? I prefer to look at that idea first before I put it on. And then if it still makes logical sense, gotta do it. Now let's see if the Bears can take out the wick low of 69. I need a bit more than that. ATR 32. 33 on the ATR now. There's the attempt at the low. This bar rolls over 15 seconds. See that big inside close inside the wick low is 69. Nothing I can do on bar 74 as far as bar by bar management. I see these bears to not let this turn into a big sideways range. We got to take out the low and go a little more than that, man. Come on now. ATR now 32. Come on, bulls, let it slip, man! There's no bottom there, not a chance. Let it slip, bulls. Come on now. Bears so far had me, what, 25, 26 points in the money? I need low 30s. I need low 30s. Don't do that, bulls. Really want to sideways range us? Come on now. Oh, we're into the top end of that that bear channel. Ain't over till it's over, man. Those bears had us damn close, too. gotta be kidding me. Is this gonna be one of those, man? Come on now. Well, let's see if it clips us here. So, I entered short on the rollover of bar 71, as you can see. Bears had me, I don't remember what, 25 points in the money, 26 points in the money. Wasn't quite enough. Now the Bulls are trying to get cute with it. It was the open of 78. What a weird little trade so far, huh? Alright, they got us, I think. What in the world? There's a reason the stop goes where it goes, you know? This is ridiculous. All right, into the open of 79. Come on, Bears, save it for us. Clipped us! Alright. 4,000, 4,500. Let's keep it pushing, man. Big sideways range now. Look at this. Good trade, I'd take it again. Alright, let's check out the 5, see what's going on over there. 2 minutes out here on the 5. Well, you know, now, big sideways range. ATR here on the 2 sitting at 30. Okay, we got a minute 25 out here to the close of 82, Any bull body is the first bar to attempt to close outside of the trading range. What I would call the trading range, but really you got that wick high of 63 there. Still kind of towering over the range. Chances are we'll head right back into the range. And I'm thinking maybe if I get another setup like 71, I'd like to take it, but ideally it'd be a little bit higher in the channel. Whew. Sorry, had to sneeze. All right, now I'm running a poll. What I want you to do is do not answer what you think. What would Nico say? Answer how you genuinely feel right now. I imagine this is going to get problematic. John says, depends on if you need to pay the rent or not. Well, listen, all you guys. So this is the point that gets brought up. And my response is the rent, the mortgage, whatever it may be, putting food on the table. If you want to keep doing that, you can't do it by continuing to break the rules you make for yourself. The way you keep doing that is by having an ounce of discipline. But this is hard, I get it. And you'll say, okay, Nico, but what if I have a $2,000 winning trade on and I have to pay a bill? And if it turns around and stops me out, then I can't afford to pay the bill, or I could take it right now and break a rule and pay the bill. My answer to that question would be, good point, wrong question, you're trading too big for your situation. You have to size down so you can be disciplined and then keep paying those bills consistently. You don't want to live rent payment by rent payment the rest of your life, man. I mean, that's not... That fucking sucks. But I get it. It's hard. Real life. Doesn't change the reality of it, though. Kato says, who wants to lose? I understand the discipline aspect, but no. Zoom out and think about what you just said, Jay Kato. Do you think I want to lose? I mean, take it at face value, why don't you? Nobody wants to lose. Nobody likes losing. We're disciplined so we can win. And if your definition of win or lose is, do I win or lose this trade? You're fucking losing. My definition of do I win or lose is, what's the P&L look like at the end of this quarter? Right? Playing the wrong game, dude. Go spin a slot machine, same thing. All love, by the way. I want you guys to win. Bombell, Nico, you red in 2026. I have had 0 green days all year. None. All right, we got 25 seconds till the close of 86. A lot of overlap on the 5. Big sideways trading range here. Oh yeah, I tell you, man, at least we're away from 25,000. That's a beautiful thing. I think you guys in the poll are just telling me what I want to hear, man. Either that or we have just about the most mature, profitable, and disciplined trading chat on the internet, which is probably also true, by the way, on the averages. Ooh, minute 45 out here from the close of 89. Hey man, if you haven't yet, hit the like button. Or the other one, man. Who gives a shit? All right, 50 seconds out. We got 89. What do you think about order flow trading, like using Bookmap? Man, if it makes you money, have at it. I like truth, so I trade price action. Not to say order flow. Look, this is a long conversation. Not to say order flow is not truth. Of course it's truth. But I mean, we can have the reef versus middle of the Pacific conversation. We've had it 100 times. I guess it depends how you use order flow. And look, at the end of the day, if what you're doing makes logical sense to you, and you have an edge consistently and predictably, and you're making money and providing for your family, why the fuck do you care what I say? Right? You're fulfilling your responsibility. The problem is people will ask for my opinion because maybe they're not, at least from trading, right? They're doing it in a different way, but they're not doing it in the way that they would like, which is at home with their family through trading. Okay, so my opinion on this is I don't see too many guys, too many people who are killing it, who are like, I use Bookmap, that's my secret. Right? I see a lot of traders who fucking kill it, who say I trade price action. And you're looking at a whole bunch of them in the chat right now. There are plenty of people here right now. Not everybody, of course, not even the majority. But there's plenty of people in here right now who are currently paying all their bills just trading RAM. I don't really know if the same can be said for Bookmap, at least not in my world. But if it works for you, dude, then use it. Who cares? All right, 23 seconds out. By the way, I should mention, this is not a review on Bookmap. I've never even used Bookmap. I've seen it. But I have zero experience with it. We're just talking strategies in general. All right, we got bar 91. Again, still big sideways trading range. Inside the range here, currently on 91. So checking out a 5-minute chart here. And big trading range. In trading ranges like this, pop down to a 2, see if something can develop. Question here, higher lows and higher highs developing on the 5-minute? Yeah, but context is, look, I don't think of it that way. I just trade the price action starting with context. Like a broken record. RAM is top down. It starts with context. Setup comes second, because the same setup with the wrong context changes the expected value entirely. Completely flips it on its head. So the higher high, higher low thing, I would just call that a soft bull channel, but I would start by looking at it as context and say, yeah, it's a soft bull channel. I mean, call it whatever you want, but at the end of the day, the context here is sideways range. So higher highs, higher lows, who cares until it's a soft bull channel rather than a sideways trading range, right? When you're on the 2-minute chart, are you a little more hesitant to take a trade on a breakout after a long sideways range like this? More hesitant? No, I trade it kind of the same way as I would a 5-minute. But more of my trades on the 2-minute, since the ATR is smaller, I would refer to as scalps compared to that on the 5-minute, right? So, more hesitant? No. Less hesitant? A little more jumpy? No, not really either. I'm just trading the breakout trade, the early trade on the breakout attempt on the 2-minute just happens a little earlier, typically, depending on how the rollovers line up, right? So I treat it the same as a 5-minute. Look, this is the thing with, if you trade RAM, I just treat it more or less like 99% the same. There's little nuances here and there. But if you were like, I'm just going to trade the same as I do on a 2-minute as I do on a 15-minute, it's just longer between bars. You're 99% of the way there. Don't overcomplicate it. I think a lot of people, they overcomplicate how they're going to get their edge, and they undersell to themselves how crucial an edge is. If you have a casino, if you operate a casino, you open one up, and you're like, man, fuck all those traditional games. Let's make up our own games. And they all have player edge. You're going out of business in a week, dude. Depending on how big your cash reserve is, you're going out of business, right? And then traders somehow think that that doesn't apply to them. Which boggles my fucking mind. That is the business mind. And this is where people start trickling out. They're like, oh no, he's saying what the business really is. That's killing my dream. Homeboy! That should ignite the fire. That's all it is. It's very simple. You just have to be disciplined and do logical things repeatedly. That's it. Just stop looking for entertainment and short-term dopamine in the market and get your entertainment and dopamine from beating everybody else and actually winning at the game of trading, which comes from being disciplined. How many times do I have to say it? I guess every day forever, because I had to hear the same thing every day forever from myself, because no one else was saying it to me. Still a big sideways range here, man. See if 2 minute can make a move higher. Looks like we may try to develop into a softball channel. Keyword being may. Way too early to take any kind of trade on that thought. $60 seconds. Oh man, alright, I'll be back in 2. I just gotta grab coffee. Let's get out of this range, dude. One trade down, 4,500 bucks. See what we can do. What's up? Welcome on back. Let's get to it. We've got bar 101. Big trading range, potentially developing into a soft bull channel. At least ideally that would be the case. 2-minute bar, range on it maybe 38 points thus far. ATR 28 here on the 2-minute. Yeah, this is one of those scenarios. All right, 10 seconds out. See how this closes up. And see how much wick. Yeah, I'm gonna hit it with a limit. Boom. It's one of those scenarios. It's a little tight for a stop limit. So I'll hit it with a limit, which decreases the probability, right? But makes my reward to risk a little bit better, which I want in that case. Inside the wick high of 101, bar by bar management, nothing I can do. They're sitting at 25 here on the 2-minute. Come on, you bulls! Keep taking me in the money and then giving up. Holy shit, 103. All right, cut that guy there, move it on. Two trades, both in the money briefly. And this range is killing me. All right, let's keep pushing here and see what else we can grab. Should we head over to the 5? I know what it looks like. You know the 5 minutes ugly, man. Let's see. Oh, Jesus. Whole bunch of wicks! Alright, we'll stick here on the 2 for a little bit. See if we can grab anything. So, most important thing to remember here now is that this thing is just a big, giant, brutal range. That's it. Big, brutal range. Which means any setup for me in the range has really got to thread the needle. Or I want probably 2, at least 2-minute closes outside of that range. Right. See if the bears can take out these lows. That would be a good scenario, right? Get us away from these ranges. Now again, most breakout attempts, about 80% in a sideways range, are going to eventually fail. Cannot forget this. So here comes the rollover into bar 106. Yeah, right back into the trading range. That is the more probable outcome here. Problem with that last scalp. Yeah, rejected a tad earlier than you'd have thought. Which just reinforces the big sideways range rather than a soft bull channel. Which is good. I mean, that's clarity, right? See this? Big single bar sideways range here on the 2 minute. Having trouble down near the low. Big trading range. Gotta chill out for a sec here. Alright, 20 seconds out here to the close of 109. I'm gonna watch this 5-minute bar here, bar 44. Oh yeah, I gotta watch this 5-minute bar. Alright, bulls, calm down. Calm down. All right, 20 seconds out. Copy trader. Engaged. And I want to see how much wick we end up with here. We'll get this ready. Place him, see if the bulls want to take it. By the way, that's a 20 EMA. I don't care about that. Seconds. No fill, no trade. All right, moving on. They don't want it. I don't want them. All right, back to a 2-minute here. Back to a 5. Heading right back up to the top end of this sideways trading range. How predictable, bulls. All right, 15 seconds out here from the close of bar 45. That's going to close. Now, this is why when people come in and they say, RAM is just X, right? No, RAM starts with context. The close here of 45. It's coming right into the top of the channel. Now, would I love if this thing just skyrocketed higher? Yeah, because it gets us away from the sideways trading range, which is problematic. But it's not a high quality trade to take that 1,000 times, time and time again, you know? At least not for me. So let's see if the bulls can get us away from this trading range. Come on now, bulls. Do it to him, man. Get us up. <clears throat> 'Cause 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 Yep. When you're in a sideways trading range, what percentage of breakout attempts will eventually fail? Let's see who pays attention. $80. Manuel, big dog. All right, minute 10 out. Here on the 2 minute. Yeah, that's a good question here. Have you never found any edge shorting the top of the range and buying the bottom of the range for low risk, high reward trades? So, Parker, good question. I've talked about this quite a few times. Of course, like everybody else, that was logical to me, so I tried it. And I tried every which way. For me, the problem is not that it's not logical. Of course it's logical. Sell the top of a range, buy the bottom of it. The problem is making the math work on the risk management side. Because where do you put your stop? At the wick high? The existing wick high of the top of the range? I mean, maybe. But ranges put in new wick highs and lows all the time and then go right back into the range. Do you make it an arbitrary number? You're kind of stuck having to make it an arbitrary number. For me, it was very difficult to find any meaningful expected value doing that because of the problems that the risk management presents in a big sideways range when you're doing that, shorting the top and buying the low. And what you end up with is big, giant stop losses, a high win rate, and then when it breaks and wipes out your 2 hours of work. Yeah, you can just get the voice changer. You just buy it on Amazon, man. Man, you should hear my real voice. Mickey Mouse sounded motherfucker. All right, 2 minutes out here from the close of 117 here on the 2 minute. Yeah, I might have something here. Let's see. Calm down, Bears. Minute 5. You gotta be kidding me. Look at this close here. Look at this close. Oh, 117, you bunch of babies. Wow, this is something else. This is something else. Big sideways trading range. You ever use the MACD 2 lines on the 5-minute chart for trade confirmation? No. I used to. Look, price action is truth. Everything else is middlemen. My best trades, by the way, if I did have a MACD and an RSI pulled up, I never would have taken. And I would continue to not take if I lived and died by the RSI and the MACD. Look, when I make this point, I think it confuses people. But you have to think about this. What value are you providing the market? So you guys see a lot of times on big bear trends or big bull trends, I'm selling the lows because that happens to be where the setup is the low a day on a trend, right? Continuation trade. And I'm buying the high with a stop limit, by the way. So for a second, I'm the schmuck with the worst price of the day. And you guys have seen those trades pay big and have a lot of edge. They don't always pay big. Sometimes they lose big too, but there's a lot of edge there, clearly. And when I take those trades, people say, there's no way you're doing that. You're going to short the low a day? Yeah, that's valuable to the market because I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to step in and say, I'll take it. Give me that fucking price. And everyone says, I don't know, man. And then they tumble in later and push me deeper into the money. Once that FOMO kicks in. Now that's, of course, you have to apply that to different types of trades. It's not just always the same thing because not every trade is a big continuation trade at low or high a day. But if you just live and die by the MACD, I don't know. I mean, are you really providing that value? I say go straight to the source. Price. Titus says, hello. Welcome, brother. What advice would you give to your younger self about how to handle the mentality, psychology side of trading and how to develop it, especially at the early stages? Broken record, I say this every day. The only way to fix it, and this is how I fixed it for myself. A lot of you guys say, how do you not care when you lose? Okay, this is why. This is how. And this is not an act. It's the same when I'm not streaming. The only way, or I should say this, you can't fix your trading psychology by just reading a bunch of bullshit and then spinning in the mirror 3 times and saying, I'm profitable, I make money in the market, and then you go and get fucking run over for the 800th day in a row. That's not how this works. You build confidence, discipline, patience, and emotional control by brute forcing discipline for like a week and a half until your brain gets retrained to chase dopamine by fucking winning the game, having edge, making money trading, rather than, do you win or lose this one trade? Oh, I'm in the money, I should take it off early. Yeah, but your plan says don't take it off early. Yeah, but I'm in the money, I just want to be green because it's Friday, so I get to go drink beer with my fucking boys this weekend and feel good about myself. Yeah, like every other losing trader on the planet did that today, big dog. The only way to have completely unbreakable discipline and not a care in the world about what happens on this trade is to have a track record of being disciplined and, oh shit, it got me what I wanted, which is profitability, consistently. Does that mean you win every trade? Of course not. Are you 6? Come on, dude. You gotta understand the business model. But you will win in the long term, as long as you're doing something logical that provides you with a positive expected value, and you do so consistently. That's the only way. If you're like, I wanted you to tell me that I should spin around 7 times in the mirror instead of 3, and rehearse this thing instead of this, wrong dude, bro. Go somewhere where that's a thing, because that's not real. Look at this. Look at this. Sideways. Yes, sir, the option seller's getting paid. Getting paid right now. And us day traders were sitting on our hands. As we should be. If there's no expected value, or at least positive expected value, if there's no edge in the current environment, single bar sideways trading range, right? What's the highest ROI activity? Do nothing. Do nothing. Until you have positive expected value, which on the bright side can come at any minute. Yeah, you're fucking right, John, big dog. Wipe out that $130 activation fee right off the rip. Pretty good ROI, I'd say. This is something else. ATR here on the 2 minute sitting at 24. Yeah, news. The ATR is pretty good here. It's just the price action. You know, we had this same situation yesterday where ATR was really good, but we were in like a big range for a big chunk of the day. You just got to be patient. We're doing what we can. We're hopping between the 5 and the 2. There's just not much going on. But as soon as there is... So, you know, again, a lot of you guys, I'll say, who are early in your journey. I hate it when people are like, you inexperienced guys, or you noobs out there. It's like, dude, that was you too. That was all of us. Like, I didn't know what the those of you guys who have started trading just recently, who are earlier in a long, fulfilling, fruitful journey. You know what we all do in that stage? You don't trade this because you're scared. You're like, I don't know, man, it's kind of fast. Oh, man, I don't know. And then this happens. And it slows down. And you're like, okay, it's safe now. Let me hit it. The problem here, and if you can learn this early, man, you're fucking way ahead of everybody. The problem here is that in a big range like this, I've taken a couple of trades that I would take again in the range, but, you know, we had to wait all day for the setup to come to thread the needle, right? Especially here. Especially this right here. This is like a single bar range. When I mean single bar is like, look at 117, 118, 19, 20, 21. It's overlapping constantly. The market's confused. Why the hell would you not be? This is like the hardest environment to find any kind of predictable statistical edge in. Super hard. So it feels safe, but in fact, it's the most dangerous. Longer term, mid and longer term, if you keep trading that. And if you're scared to trade the stuff that you can find a statistical edge in a little more easily, right? Then what do you need to do? Easy solution if you're scared. What do you do? Trade smaller, size down. That's it. There's nothing to be scared of, dude. This is where you want to be. When the market's doing this, if you can thread the needle, find a couple of setups, couple of scalps, great, take them. But no one's pretending that this over here is a better environment than this, man. You know? As far as being a day trader, who needs to find edge? Because that's how we pay the bills. Man, if you haven't yet, press like on the live stream. I appreciate you doing it. Here comes the rollover of 125 on the 2-minute. Oh man. I got a 5-minute here. I would love if the market could just tank right now, get down through the low a day, continue lower, make another push. Man, oh, we'd love it. We would love it. We'd clean up. By the way, those of you guys again that are early, don't be fooled. This, where we have to do this because it's the highest ROI activity in the current environment, the way the market sits right in this exact moment, this is like the hardest part of all of this. just doing logical things, win or lose, is easy. If you have a logical methodology you believe in, which, whatever it is, more power to you. This is the hard part, not losing a trade. Losing a trade is just a business expense. You open a coffee shop, you have to buy coffee, don't you? Little volatility hitting. We don't mind that. There's a 5 minute looking at it right now. Again, don't be fooled, that's what it is. We gotta break out of this thing soon if we have any prayer of the afternoon being better. Better than the midday session here. Alright guys, well I'll tell you what, if I'm gonna come back for the later afternoon, I can hear lunch being set up out there, so I better go hit that. This week, green on Monday, green on Tuesday, green on Wednesday, green yesterday, fucking red so far today, man. Alright, so whatever, we'll see what the afternoon brings, man. Stay patient. This is a big sideways range. I'm gonna go hit lunch. We'll see what the afternoon brings. Let it come to you, big dog. All right, Midas Monday. In a few days, I'll see you guys then.